Hey broomheads, we're going to do another watch along video today, but we're doing it in a different location. I've decided to just watch the episode on my laptop this time instead of on my TV in my living room like I usually do. If you've never seen one of these before, I watch the episode, I kind of give out live commentary as it goes. I'm going to insert screenshots to kind of help you see where we're at in the episode, and we'll kind of watch it together. But the episode we're going to watch today is The Great Race from Degrassi Junior High, Season 1. This is Episode 5. And this is requested by Elastic YT. If you're still around, thank you for your request. Oh, okay. My camera died, so I had to wait for it to charge, and now I'm back. Let's go ahead and get started with watching Degrassi Junior High, The Great Race, requested by Elastic YT. Okay, the first scene, we are in the locker room. The girls are getting it changed for swim practice, and Melanie is examining her side profile in her swimsuit to see how the boobs look, okay? And like, they look big. So I don't understand what her problem is, but let's get into it. I miss LD. LD is like, Melanie, what are you doing? And Melanie's like, checking, of course. And she's like, my mom won't let me get a bra, but I really need one. Like, don't you think? And LD is like, I guess. And Melanie is like, girl, I mean, it's obvious. I need one. And actually, fun fact, we say that in my house a lot. We go, it's obvious. That's just one of our catchphrases in the household, thanks to Melanie here. Well, as an adult, I would say Melanie definitely qualifies for a bra, but I think need is a strong word because do any of us really need a bra? Seriously though, like Melanie has so much hair that when it's hacked off like that, it's just like this huge mushroom. Bless her heart. I mean, it looks great when it grows out. But anyway, so Melanie's just staring at her boobs in the mirror, and they actually have a swim meet, not a practice. It is a meet, and she is rather distracted. Anyway, so everyone runs out because it's time for the meet, and Melanie lags behind just staring. So as the beginning credits roll, we are here in the natatorium. The swim meet is going strong. It's really intense. Honestly, the swimmers look pretty good. You know how a lot of times in a movie or a show, they'll have like swimmers, but you can tell like they actually like aren't swimmers, but they're swimming. Anyway, they're doing decent here on Degrassi Junior High. Good job. I can say that because I did swim team. And Degrassi Junior High wins, and there's a bunch of the students in the stands, and everyone's real into it. Okay, and next we are back in the school, and Mr. Radich's class is dispersing, and Joey is pathetically hitting on Stephanie K some more, and he's like, hey Stephanie, did you know I got an A in sex education? So if there's anything you want to know, just let me know. LD interrupts by approaching Stephanie and saying like, hey, we want our swim meet, and Stephanie's like, that's cool, girl. And LD is like, aren't you gonna announce it? And Stephanie's like, you gotta talk to sports rep, that's Jason Cox. And I have to say, for a long time I thought they were saying Jesse. Sometimes it seems like they say Jesse, sometimes Jason, I don't know, but we're gonna go with Jason. Oh, okay. And of course, like, because every subplot for the first few episodes is a Yick and Arthur subplot, you would think they're going to be like the main characters or something. Anyway, so their concern this episode is getting tall because they're both like tiny little children right now. So they're measuring each other, talking about how they haven't grown lately in like the last day. And while they're just talking about how they're so short and they just don't understand why they can't grow, Snake walks by in his Iron Maiden shirt, and you know, Snake's like 7 feet tall already, and they're just like, now the after school announcements are coming on, and LD and Melanie stop and they're like, okay, let's listen. Jason Cox is on the loudspeaker, and he does not announce anything about the girls' swim team and runs out of the office, and Doris meanwhile is getting ready because she's got a date at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And also, what kind of guy is she going to be dating? Have you ever wondered about that? I don't know. She seems like 50, even though I know she's probably just like 32, but I'm just trying to picture what kind of a prude of a man she's going to be dating. Anyway, LD and Melanie are pissed that they didn't get their announcement. Next, we are outside the front of Degrassi Junior High, and Arthur and Nick are actually stalking Snake, trying to find out how Snake is tall. Oh my gosh. Jason's shorts. Okay. Whew. Alright, we are outside. The boys' soccer team is prancing around in little short shorts, you know, just like getting pumped for their game or whatever. And LD and Melanie march up to them and they're like, we gotta talk to Jason. You're supposed to be everybody's sports rep, not just the boys. Why didn't you announce our swim meet? I'm sorry, there wasn't time. Wasn't time? It wouldn't have taken 10 seconds. We're in the city finals. Anyway, Jason's reasoning is that, well, TBH, people just don't care about girls' sports because girls aren't good athletes. And LD is like, we at least win our stuff. And Nancy's in the back going. So Jason's like, yeah, well, you guys win because swimming is easy and soccer is hard. If we were swimming against you guys, we would win too. And then, of course, LD's like, oh yeah, prove it. So then they decide they're going to have a boys versus girls swim meet. Snake is watching from the sidewalk on his bike, and he locks eyes with Melanie and smiles, and Melanie's like, it's so cute. Okay, next scene. The sun is setting a little bit. LD and Melanie are still outside of Degrassi and they're sipping on some McDonald's cups. LD is talking about, you know, how sexist the boys are and they're just like her brothers. And Melanie is in another world. Melanie is busy thinking about Snake. And Melanie is like, I bet Snake thinks I'm just a little kid, but I'm not. I'm a teenager. I just can't get a bra yet. And so LD's like, okay, we're gonna go buy you a bra. And she grabs Melanie by the arm and pulls her down the sidewalk. This episode of Degrassi Junior High is sponsored by Wonder Bra. So now LD and Melanie are in the department store looking at bras, being so immature and like giggling and stuff. But you know, I understand it's embarrassing. One of my favorite moments is when LD is like putting the bra on Melanie's eyes and then on her eyes, saying it's like swimming goggles. I don't know. I feel like they're actually sincerely laughing and not just acting. And then this ancient, very proper lady who works there approaches them and she's like, yes ladies, can I help you? And LD is like, yeah, she wants to buy a bra. And then the lady like starts measuring Melanie right in the middle of the store, but maybe that's normal. And we have abruptly switched to the next day at school. And Melanie comes out of the washroom in a little dusty pink crop top. And girl, she got that bra on. Those ladies are standing at attention. She is a full-fledged woman now. She's holding her head a little higher. She's greeting everyone she passes by in the hall. She goes up to Susie and Caitlin and goes, and they kind of look at each other and then look at her boobs and they're like, oh, you got a bra! And then Joey comes up and says, nice bra, Melanie. Achoo. Do you have any Kleenex? It's just another reason that I don't like Joey Jeremiah. And everybody just dismisses this terrible behavior. He doesn't change. He's always this person. Ask yourself why you like Joey Jeremiah. Anyway, so everyone laughs and Melanie's like, it is not Kleenex. And then Tim's like, didn't know cantaloupes were in season. And again, Joey says, more like blueberries. And it seems like they were trying to take Tim in a different direction at the beginning. Because in high school, he's like a super, super nice guy. Would never say such a thing. So poor Melanie. Oh my God. Now we have another really painful conversation here is Wheels, Wiley, and Jason in the stairwell eating lunch. And Wheels is expressing a bit of concern about going up against the girls. They're the swim team. They're good, they practice, and they're going to the city finals. We won't lose. What's the matter with you guys? I thought you were men. And Wheels is like... So then Jason comes up with the idea, let's put Snake on the soccer team so that Snake can compete against the girls' swim team because Snake's a good swimmer. And that kind of puts Wiley and Wheels at ease, knowing that, okay, maybe we won't lose and maybe we won't get embarrassed. Okay, now we're back on the front steps of Degrassi. Jason is looking for Snake. And this might be one of Snake's best fashion moments. He's just looking like some sort of a California surfer boy in those red sunglasses. So anyway, long boring conversation short. Jason kind of persuades Snake to join the soccer team to swim against the girls, even though Snake is kind of reluctant. Like he feels like it's probably wrong. And I thought that was really sweet the first time I watched Degrassi Junior High, because I already knew Snake from the Next Generation, and it made me happy to know that Snake has always been a very ethical boy. The only time he ever wasn't ethical, I guess, was when he kissed Miss Hot Sauce in season 5 of the Next Generation. And that's like it. He's been great. And as Jason walks away, Snake continues to eat his lunch. He realizes that Yick and Arthur are like hovering over him while he's eating. And he's like, can I help you? And Arthur's like, so is that yogurt? Their logic here is that if they eat what Snake eats, then they'll get tall like Snake. Arthur doesn't ask. Now we're in Mr. Ratchet's class. The boys are all conspiring, and they persuade Alex to snap Melanie's bra while Mr. Ratchet's reading something, and she screams out, ow, and it's embarrassing and everybody laughs. And when class gets out, LD and Melanie are walking down the stairs, and LD is kind of ranting and raving about all the girls making excuses and kind of dropping out of this boys versus girls race. LD is real fired up, but obviously Melanie is kind of worried about her boobs. And Melanie finally says, LD, I'm not swimming. I'm just not. LD runs after Melanie, and they're walking outside of the school, and LD's trying to convince her to change her mind and saying, you know, this is my chance after my brother's always telling me I'm not good enough, like that I'm not as good as boys. This is my chance to show them that show everybody that I am as good as boys. And Melanie is just not budging. And then Melanie is like, said she's tired of everyone like that laughed at her today, and that they're all gonna laugh even more when they see her in a swimsuit because, you know, the bra like displays them, but then the swimsuit like flattens them. And she's like, everyone will think I'm flat when I come out in a swimsuit, and they'll all think I stuff or whatever. And it's like, the swimsuit is supposed to flatten you because if you're flatter, you swim faster. Anyway, so LD and Melanie part ways. Melanie still has not changed her mind. And now we're at the boys' soccer practice, and Jason brings up Snake, and he's like, hey, Snake's gonna be on our team now. Let's play a little bit. And Snake does a terrible job, which is why he wasn't on the soccer team in the first place. But Jason, he's very comforting. You're just nervous, that's all. You'll see. And we cut to the Degrassi grocery store. I hear this place doesn't exist anymore. Well, not as Degrassi grocery, it's something else now, but it's so sad. I would have loved to go see that store and that sign up and everything. Yick and Arthur are creeping on Snake. They're stalking him. They have binoculars and everything. So they see Snake is eating a candy bar. That must be it. Hold on a second. Let me pause this. I'm playing this off of YouTube right now. I have the DVDs, but since I'm filming this in my room, I just decided to pull it up on YouTube. There have been a couple little things that I've been like, that doesn't seem right. is because this version is different than what I have on my DVD. I thought I was just crazy for a second. Okay. It's the next day at school. It is the day of the big meet. The great race, if you will. And LD walks by Jason and Snake, and Jason's like, "It's the big day. Are you nervous?" And LD's like, no. And Jason's like, "Well, we got a pretty good team, right, Snake?" And LD's like, he's not on the soccer team." And Jason's like, "Yeah, he is." And LD's like, "Well, that's not fair. You're obviously cheating." And Jason's like, "Says who?" All right, so we're back at the pool. Everyone's getting ready. It's lit. People are filling in the stands. And then we go to the boys' locker room. And it seems that Wiley and Wheels and Jason are the swimmers who are going to do the relay race. And they're in there stretching and stuff. And Jason comes in. He's like, "Well, where is Snake?" And they're like, "He's not here, dude." And Jason's like, "He's not here? But he is supposed to be here." And then Will says, "Yeah, he's supposed to be here." And Jason's like, "It's all good. I'll just go get him." So he runs out the locker room looking for Snake. And now we're in the girls' locker room, and they look a lot more like a swim team. We got Susie, Caitlin, and LD. And you can tell Susie and Caitlin are a little bit discouraged because there's no Melanie. And LD is like trying to keep the spirits up. But let's take a moment and check back in on the subplot. Arthur and Yick are hanging from some kind of pull-up bars, trying to stretch themselves out to get taller. They're also not feeling so well because they ate too many candy bars after they saw Snake eat a candy bar. You know how like all the kids shows and all the cartoons and movies and stuff say that like if you eat too much candy, you'll get sick. That never happened to me as a kid. There's such an agenda behind that. They just don't want you to eat candy. Okay, now we're back to the main plot. Jason's running around looking for Snake. He bumps into Melanie and he's like, "Hey girl, are you not supposed to be getting ready to swim?" And Melanie's like, "No, I'm not swimming." And he's like, "All right." Okay, cut back to the pool. The crowd is continuing to grow. Jason goes into the boys' locker room and tells Wiley and Wheels like, "Hey, we don't have to worry about Snake because Melanie's not swimming." And he thinks that she's not swimming because she's afraid to lose. Okay, now we're at the front steps of Degrassi. Snake is eating a sandwich or something. And Melanie's coming down the stairs and sees Snake and she's like, "Aren't you supposed to be swimming?" And Snake's like, "No, it wasn't right." Little sweetie. And then Snake's like, "Well, why aren't you swimming?" And she's like, "Because everyone's been laughing at me." And then Snake is like, "Yeah, well, Joey laughs at me too, but I can't stop, doing what I do." And, he tries to give her a little pep talk. All right, back at the pool. Joey's up there being an idiot, and the swimmers come out. The crowd is cheering. Some people are for the girls. Some people are for the boys. Alexa's going for the boys. What's wrong with you, Alexa? No offense, boys. Everyone's showboating. It's a big deal. But wait. Melanie has decided to swim. Snake's pep talk really helped her. She checks her boobs in the mirror first, and then she comes out. Her teammates are stoked. The boys are worried. And then Joey pipes up. He says, "Hey, Melanie, you're so flat, the walls are jealous." Why is it that you like Joey again? Oh, sorry. Anyway, so LD is like, "Okay, enough of that." So she runs up the bleachers, grabs Joey, yanks him, and throws him in the pool. Thank goodness. You know what? LD might be one of my favorites. I should give her more love. Oh my gosh. This has cut out the scene where Stephanie... I'm not doing this off of YouTube anymore, okay? I'm sorry for any of the material that I have missed out on, but Stephanie was like, at first she's like, yeah, I'm gonna wear my bikini when I announce the start of the race as school president. But then, you know, she ends up backing out because she doesn't actually want to wear a bikini in front of everybody. I don't know why they cut that out of this, but they did. So now we're seeing Stephanie just in regular Stephanie clothes. But she is looking especially hot today for some reason. And she like shoots the little whatever kind of thing that is to start the race. And we're down to the end stretch. They are neck and neck. It's Melanie versus Jason. And everybody's screaming. And Melanie wins. And then we freeze frame. And it's the end of the episode. Okay, well, first of all, these episodes were 30 minutes. They were longer than episodes are nowadays. But it seems like they've tried to trim these original episodes to be more the same size as episodes are today, if that makes sense. So I'm sorry for anything I've missed. This is the official Degrassi channel though, like this is their upload. So I don't know what that's about. But anyway, that episode would be a little more rewarding if we could see Jason's reaction upon being a loser, but it's okay. It's a cute little episode. I love touching on like bras and boobs and stuff like that. The later years of Degrassi, everyone's already got like perfect bosoms and like that's just not a thing that gets talked about. So it's fun seeing how self-conscious Melanie is, and I don't know, I just love the awkwardness. I'm not like a huge fan of the boys versus girls episodes, but they just happen, so I'm just like, whatever. I've just been kind of going in order right now, but I know a lot of you guys have requested specific episodes, and I do have that on a list, so maybe I'll jump around a little more for the next one, but right now, it's October. I'm busy doing October stuff. So there may be a slight delay in Degrassi videos, but if you have any Degrassi requests, please let me know. I know I've been in kind of like a dry spell and I've only been doing these watch-alongs lately, but let me know if you have any ideas. I did want to say one more thing. This month, I just had my 4-year anniversary of my Broomheadz blog. It's been 4 years that I've been continuously blogging about Degrassi, and I'm really proud of that. I've stuck with it. I haven't even ever like quit and come back. Like I've just been doing it. And it's just really fun to be in the fandom and be able to like really get to know other people who are weird and like Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High like me. Thank you to all of you who enjoy what I do and who like to participate in Broomheadz activities. I think I'll be doing this probably for like at least another decade or something. So anyway, I'll be seeing you guys. Feel free to stick around for the next decade. Bye.